Before we get in the video, please like, make sure to subscribe, turn on your notifications, go ahead and leave a comment below, and click on the How You Can Help, which brings up the Family Friendly Game website and gives you lots of ideas how you can help us. Thank you. Hey everybody, Paul Burry, Family Friendly Gaming. Court's in session. This is an FFG Politics on the wages of the workers cry out. Excuse me, you might have heard that phrase for like, man, what have I heard the phrase for? The phrase actually comes from the Holy Bible, where God was going after these extremely wealthy people who were having people work in their fields and then they weren't paying them. And God was pointing out that the wages of those workers are crying out to Him up in heaven for people doing these jobs and not getting paid. A lot of things have bothered me over the years, and one of them is like how churches behave. And in fact, there's other places in the Bible where it says they're supposed to pay the people who work at the church, whether they're teachers or deacons or whatever. They're supposed to be provided payment for their work. And I know in the modern day American church that's not happening. And it's not just churches, there are other volunteer organizations where the same thing is happening. They're like, work for us for free. And you even see it like in the video game industry. So I can bring back the video game industry. We do all this work, publishing all these press releases, videos for these different games, putting images, e-magazines, all the work we do, articles on games. And these companies aren't providing any kind of payment for the work we do, right? I mean, and they look at us, I hate to say it, but they look at us as slave labor. And it's funny when these video game companies are like, oh, there's such a wealth disparity, we need this fixed. I'm like, well, why don't you fix it in your own industry? Why don't you start paying for the hard work we do that has made you money? And the billionaire companies are worse than the small ones. In fact, many of the small ones actually help out family-friendly gaming. And I'm like, isn't it interesting that the smaller companies with a whole lot less money are willing to sit there and do an advertisement, do a video sponsorship, and the big boys are like, well, do all this work for me for free. Yeah, you're supposed to work for me for free. I'm like, well, guess what? God's going to judge you because the wages of the workers cry out. That's what's going to happen. Y'all will be punished for it by God. We will, at some point, most likely in heaven, be rewarded for our work that wasn't paid for. Another thing that really bothered me is how they pick certain things. So what I'm talking about here related to this is Peter's going to college and he has to do so many volunteer hours, right? And I love how the volunteer hours, when he's being asked to go work for certain businesses for free. And they are businesses. They're making money. They're making profit. They're charging for people to come. And it's like, oh, yeah, the college picks certain businesses and allows them to benefit from this free labor. And I'm like, isn't that interesting? Because when he was in high school and had to do volunteer hours, he could just write down the hours for family-friendly gaming. And yes, he was being paid by us for that work as well. So it's like, it's interesting, you hit the college level and they're like, no, it's only the approved businesses we have. Wow, pretty exclusionary, aren't you? Pretty elitist. Isn't that nice of them? So I was like, but then I thought, wait a minute, he's doing all this work and it's hard labor. And they're using college kids to do this hard labor and they're not paying them. And then they're like, oh, this will help you. I don't know how this helps him with his degree at all. It's like, huh? And I know one person I talked to, one of the colleges, was like, well, it helps them to, want to continue to volunteer when they're out of college and living life. And they're in the real world. I always love that. I always love it when academia says when you're in the real world, and it's like, so you're the fake world? You're the fake news? You're fake education? Is that what you are? I always find that kind of funny. So it's like, okay. I mean, I get that, and I know there are a lot of opportunities to help. I hear about it in my day job all the time. And there are a lot of places and people that do need help. But I guess it bothers me that they never seem to pay for the work and just have this assumption that you're going to just work for them for free. You know, it's like, wait a minute. Shouldn't you pay for the wages of the workers? Even something, anything. So, anyway, that's my thoughts on that topic. Court adjourned. Before we get in the video, please like, make sure to subscribe, turn on your notifications, go ahead and leave a comment below, and click on the How You Can Help, which brings up the Family Friendly Game website and gives you lots of ideas how you can help us. Thank you.